It's week 4 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And the Bears first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. You talk about this Washington defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect that offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And the Washington offense heading out. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing on first down. Boston. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd down, here's the option. Once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. 3rd down and 13. Operating from the gun. Boston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And they'll try to run the option here. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there. Now a 2nd and 2. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Shedding the tackle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
And the Bears first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this down to the 10. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 10, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Boston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Boston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And award that sack to Boogie Basham. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
3rd and 11.
To throw on 3rd down. Boston working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 87 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boston. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off play action. Boston sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. These two teams all tied after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. They'll look to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that 1st down in the process. On 1st down, Boston. And that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set. And guess what? They dropped the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and now it's 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now this will be caught by Mooney, and he will have the Bears' 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Moore, the motion man. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Able to push his way through. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they get 3rd and short.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is keep your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
2nd and 11. Dropping this underneath with Herbert. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to take over as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw on 2nd down. Boston is going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Boston. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Mevis is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Ready to kick it off. Here's Mevis. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll look to throw again. And again back to Kmet. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw again. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies and check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Herbert leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they trailed the visiting Chiefs in that one. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They are all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes and